G'day everyone, welcome to the next video in my series of using the Lee Classic hand loader to load my rifle rounds. I was rummaging through my shed and I found this Crown Seal bottle capper. I used to home brew a number of years ago, and I hadn't been a home brewer for a little while, but I still had the bottle capper, and I was thinking I might be able to use it to reload with the Lee hand loader. So what I did as a bit of an experiment is I had some old floorboards out in the shed as well, and I've made a bit of a base that goes around the bottle capper. I mounted the Lee Perfect powder measure, and I got some structural radiata pine and bored some holes into the top. I've cut 3 pieces and had to experiment a little bit with the length to get it pretty close to right. And then when I got the Lee loader, so I've got the Lee loader, use the priming chamber, the sizing tool, the decapping chamber, and the priming rod. And then just to make sure everything goes right, from my previous video, I've got a inert World War II era drill round and put it through the calipers, so that tells me that when the newly pressed round comes out, whether I'm about on the money. And then I'll get the other components. I use these Hornady 150 grain spire points and the CCI large rifle primers. Powder, I use Australian Defence Industries AR2208. So now to go through the process, I'll grab a round that's been deprimed, the length checked, chamfered and deburred, so it's ready to go. And then I'll put it in the sizing die. And bring it under the bottle capper and bring it down like that. And you see that one's come out nice and flush. Size just right. Now sometimes, because the bottle cap has got a bit of a concave surface, the round isn't quite flush. So when that happens, I've got an old Australian 1-cent coin and I've hit it with a punch. I don't know if you can see that, and the punch mark sits nicely in the primer pocket. Then I'll bring that up there like that. I mean, this one wasn't a problem because it was nice and flush, but sometimes I'll use that just to make sure it's flush. Then to load a primer, put a primer in the priming chamber. I'll grab the priming tool, put it under the bottle capper, and what it's done is we've got a nice flush primer and it's been popped out of the sizing die. Then I'll load 40 grains of AR2208. Grab one of my projectiles, pop it in there, grab the bullet seeder, there is my round. Then just run it through the calipers. So I've got the size right. Have a quick look at it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. No cracks, no deformities. You know, the bullet went in nice and square and into the loading tray. One more. So into the sizing die. Size. Make sure it's flush. Load the primer. Reprime. Primer's gone in nice, square and flush. Charge with powder. Load the projectile. Seat the projectile. No hammering, no noise, no risk of the primer going off, and it works reasonably quickly. I think I can do around about in a minute. So I'll just do one with very little commentary, just so you can see. There you go. I didn't time it, but it must have been around about a minute. So from a piece of useless junk that I was almost going to get rid of, I think I've found a very novel way of repurposing and using the Lee classic hand loader, turning it into a very useful piece of kit. So thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll look forward to them and get back to you. Thanks for that. Bye.